If you liked the video, click like. If you want to join the Little House on the Road family, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Hello, Little House on the Road subscribers and followers. Kevin commented today, he was watching a video that I made a while back where I talked about not having a home base. Missouri is where our address is, but we do not have a place to run home to if something goes, terribly wrong and we have to quit this lifestyle, living in a pop-up camper. I have gotten a lot of criticism about that statement. A lot. The people think I should have a home base just in case something goes wrong that I can run back to. Well, Kevin commented today that he read an article about a commander way back when who landed on shore from his ships. They all got off the ships. His army went up the hill and then he burned all the ships. That way they had no choice. They either had to win the battle or die trying, because there was no place to run back to. Their only escape from exit was those ships, which they don't exist anymore. And so I read the article, and it's true. It's actually happened several times in history, 2 or 3 times with ships. The most significant one was when the Spanish, there was a Spanish commander. Didn't get all the names written down, but there was a Spanish commander that went to Mexico and did an invasion, and that's he burned his ships, and it was either do it or die. Several times during more recent wars, they burned bridges. My dad used to always say, "Don't burn your bridges." It seems to be I always burn the bridges, but yeah, that was the same concept. Was there was no place to retreat to, and so the definition of this is called the point of no return. When you have made it impossible to return to a safer situation or a better situation or whatever. So that's what we have done. We have burned our bridge. We no longer have a home, stick and brick house that we can run back to, which means we either have to succeed or die trying. Well, it's not that bad. I don't want to glamorize this lifestyle, but it's not so bad that we're going to die trying. There's a solution to every problem. But the point is, we have had some significant issues in our adventure that, at least one very significant issue, that had we had a stick and brick, we would have retreated. We would have went back to the house. And I've talked about it several times. Carolyn's daughter had cancer. We got the news back in September, and we had to go back to Missouri in October. Right when fall was starting to hit and it was getting cold. As a matter of fact, before we left, it got down to 12 degrees. And Carolyn and I have talked about that a lot. That if we'd had the house still, we would probably have moved back into the house. And I don't think we would have ever left. She doesn't think so either. She thinks that what would ended up happening was we probably would have moved her daughter in just out of convenience into the house, and we would have continued to take care of her. Well, and that would have hampered both us and Carolyn's daughter, because then Carolyn's daughter would have never tried to get back on her own feet and get her situation better, which she has. She has gotten her situation in a lot better spot. Just the other day, she messaged everybody and said she thinks she's cancer-free. So, she's in a lot better spot. But if we'd have put her into that house, she would have been in a worse spot. Our adventure would have been over. And I've told you several times that I have thought about doing this ever since I was 12 years old. Something similar to this. And so here a dream I've had for, 38 years would have been gone. It would have just been gone. We've put ourselves in a situation where we have no options available except to live in the camper. So when we went back to Missouri, we had no option but to stay in the camper. Beck's house, she was staying with friends, which was a bad situation for her. Long story on how that worked out, but basically, her boyfriend kicked her out of her house as soon as he heard she had cancer, so she didn't have any place to go, so she had to go live at a friend's house. We had the pop-up camper, so we rushed back up there to take care of her, and it was cold, so we had to figure out how to get that camper as warm as possible for a short period of time so we could survive the cold weather. So now let's address your situation. If you feel like that you need to live in have a stick and brick as a backup, then I would say that this probably isn't the dream, it's an adventure. And you may not even have an end date of that adventure, but this is my dream. This is what we really intend to do the rest of our lives. So if you can't see yourself doing this for the rest of your life, and you see yourself possibly going back to that stick and brick, then yes, by all means, you should keep it. Don't burn your bridge if you can't see yourself doing it. Don't burn your ships if you can't see yourself doing it for the rest of your life. I absolutely agree with that. I'm sure I would be dead right by now from the stress I was under, at work. Well, the same thing would have happened. We'd have ran back to the house. I'd have gotten a job, another stressful job, because that's the only ones I know how to get. That's what my resume says. I work at stressful places. Just had someone comment today, you should have gotten a job you liked. Well, I do like my job. It's just one happens going to kill me. I don't want to put myself back in a situation where I'm going to be dead in a few years. So I burnt the ships. I burnt the bridges. Point of no return. This is the lifestyle. And we proved it to ourselves when Beck, Carolyn's daughter Beck got sick. I hope that clarifies, and I do appreciate Kevin stating that. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video.